So we've been covering you since November 2008 and your great journey. What were some of your top goals back then, and have they changed, or do you have the same main goals with this whole initiative?
Well, the first prototype had the goal of demonstrating that it was possible to fly day and night, and this goal has been achieved. So, of course, now we have to make a bigger goal, which is to fly around the world. So not just one day and one night, but on a long mission of several days, several nights, and all this with absolutely no fuel.
And the broader goal is to bring attention to solar potential, or is it just for fun? A fun flight, breaking the records and starting a new era?
No, when we do something for the first time, people are of course very interested. There is a suspense. They want to know what's going to happen, and this is the way to spread our message. And this is how the message goes across, which is about the importance of having clean technologies to make a better world.
Right.
Because very often clean technologies are not well understood. People still believe it's a limitation. It's going to be less easy for mobility or for living and for comfort. But it's the opposite. With clean technologies today and energy-saving technologies, we can achieve incredible things like flying day and night with a solar airplane.
Yeah,
that's really a way to make these technologies more sexy and give the wish to people to use them also in their own life for everything they need.
Perfect. Yeah, I run Clean Technica, which is the most popular clean tech-focused website in the world, and so we cover the broad spectrum of clean tech issues and benefits, and everything you said is exactly what I tell people a lot, and we love your project because it brings so many people in. It brings so much interest in from people who aren't our normal readers, aren't in the field.
Yes, because clean technologies, it's not something that is reserved for engineers and scientists. Clean technologies are the things that are going to make people save money on their energy bill, be able to live better, have a safer life, and not only for their children, but also for themselves. It's also new industries. Recycling of lithium batteries is a new business, for example. And all this now is creating jobs and sustaining growth of the good companies, and this is what I believe is important to understand.
You've had some challenges over the years, a few challenges here and there with the plane. There were some scary thing happened in the U.S. last year. What are some of the challenges that stand out to you the most, and what are the lessons you learned from that?
We learned that we have no benchmark. We are in an unknown territory. People never did what we're going to do, and all the specialists say it's impossible. So this is to put the frame. Now, in this frame, we have to be able to be successful. That means to invent new solutions, to invent new ways to do and to think. And this is about pioneering. This is actually what is so important for us. It's also to demonstrate to people that they have to get out of their comfort zone. They have to get out of their habits. And the world now is moving fast, and we got to find new solutions if we want to improve the quality of life of humankind.
And what are some of the most exciting moments for you, and some of the most exciting descents?
Well, everything is exciting and at the same time difficult. We can have technical problems on the plane, like over New York when André lost a piece of the fabric of the wing. But just 2 days later, we were welcomed at the United Nations by Ban Ki-moon. So you see, everything is partially technological, partially it's adventure, and then it's political lobbying to try to show to the politicians that they absolutely need to have more ambitious energy policies.
And are there any descents coming into any cities that really stand out to you as beautiful descents?
Well, I had 3 flights personally that were above the others. One was flying over the Matterhorn, most beautiful place maybe in Switzerland. Then flying to Morocco, the Strait of Gibraltar, and in America the Golden Gate, the Bay of San Francisco.
Some beautiful,
fantastic memories. And can you imagine when we'll be flying over India, China, Pacific, Atlantic? That's going to be really big suspense.
And I was asking, what kind of preparations have you done that have really, I know you've done some not only technical but mental preparations for these kind of trips. What kind of things have you done that have really helped you to handle the long flights? And
For example, to learn how to make polyphasic sleep. So to sleep 20 minutes every 4 hours, for example, and do this over 72 hours, 3 days, 3 nights. André did it, I did it also in the flight simulator. So you gain confidence into your potential, human potential.
so you've talked a bit about the media. You have an amazing media presence with Solar Impulse. I've loved that you've gone on Reddit. You've connected with Google Plus. You're really much further ahead in media than a lot of people. So have you had some personal influence on that? It looks like you're very passionate about spreading the message through to the broader public in this way. Have you been personally involved, or do you just have great people on your team that you've selected to run that kind of thing and have really done tremendous work?
I'm convinced that doing this project just for ourselves would be completely useless. So the goal is to be able to include the media into the entire adventure. We have partners, we have a team, there's the political world, there's the public, and in between there's the media, who are the people who inform everybody. So without the media it would be nothing. So it's a big part of our activities, that's for sure.
And technically, can you say some things about what's different about the Solar Impulse 2 compared to Solar Impulse 1? Solar cells, battery, whatever.
Well, Solar Impulse 1 was a prototype. It could fly through the night, but it was not an airplane to travel. This one is an airplane to travel. It's much more reliable. It's the technologies of tomorrow. The first plane had the technologies of yesterday. All the construction technologies are different. Reliability, efficiency, we have the best electrical engines in the world, the best batteries in the world, the lightest materials in the world. It's the flying laboratory.
Is this carbon fiber?
Yeah, it's carbon fiber, but can you imagine that the layers of the carbon fiber sheets are 25 grams per square meter. To give you an example, the paper from your printer is 80 grams per square meter, which is 3 times heavier.
And can you say any of the companies that you're using technologies from?
Absolutely, because these companies
have
the possibility now to bring clean technologies on the market. So in that sense, we have Solvay, Bayer Material Science, Schindler, Omega, working a lot with Altran, and ABB just came on board. ABB is extremely important, you know why? Because we promote technologies, and ABB builds them, makes them for the public.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the link between us and the final customer.
Yeah, ABB is doing tremendous work. We love partnering with them on all of the stuff they're doing now.
ABB actually gives the credibility to our project.
Yeah.
It shows how useful it is because they implement these technologies for wind turbines, for converters, for everything that uses electricity. And this is what the world needs. Otherwise, we're going to waste all our natural resources to have dirty energies.
Right. And operationally, can you say what's different flying this plane compared to a conventional plane? Some of the differences for the general audience.
Well, this airplane is so big and so light and flies so slowly that it's very sensitive to turbulence. So when you start to control the plane, you have a lot of inertia. The plane doesn't react when you believe it will. So sometimes it's very paradoxal.
Mm-hmm. That was a top question from my wife.
Okay.